What's going on, good people? It's your boy Eric Taylor, Taylor to You Coaching, back in the house in effect. Yeah, Venus through the houses. Tres, Venus in the third house. So, what is Venus? This amazing, bright planet that rules Friday. I'm filming it on a Friday. Friday the 13th, I'm gonna play Jason. So it's your comfort, your pleasure, your beauty, your love language, right? It's harmony, peace, balance, class, charm, antiques. You know, it's your values, your five senses. Money, 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 right? It rules Taurus and Libra, exalted in Pisces. Right? It's how we enjoy our food, the items, material items we collect, and fabrics, and just all different types of things. Plus our speech, right? Venus, is definitely represents speech, the truth. So what's the third house? When we get into the third house, yeah, you can kind of say it's ruled by Gemini, but it can be any sign in the third house, but it does have that energy. Okay, so the third house in astrology, it's your self-efforts, your skills, right? I always say elementary school, like kindergarten to fifth grade. It's your writing, expression, communications, right? Not the sound, not speech, but it's the, how you communicate with your siblings, local friends in the community, neighbors, cousins, the adult relationship with mom. Okay, this is very important for your skills and work, second, third house. But also the third house is short distance trips, around the local community, under 30, 40 miles, 50 miles, cars, buses, trains, scooters, skateboards, hoverboards. It's also social media and texting. Okay, remember the 11th house is the internet, but third house we're really looking at and dealing with the social media and the internet. Okay, hey birdie. So Venus here, and like always, subscribe down below. Please ring the bell. Write a comment, share, exchange with me. Tell me how Venus in the third house affects you. I always write back, and it just helps the algorithms, and I really appreciate it. And if you ring the bell and click all, then you can get notifications for all my videos and my live podcasts. I try to do 1 or 2 a week for Knowledge is Love. Next one will be episode 29. I might rock on Sunday night. We'll see. So, Venus here, it wants peace and harmony with the siblings, the neighbors, the cousins. They want to live like in a nice neighborhood, a lot of grass, because Venus is connected to the earth, right? It likes to be in nature. These people can have a very nice car, or care to have a nice car. You know what I mean? It's not about being materialistic. They just, they might get an old, Maserati or an old Porsche or old Datsun speed car Corvette and just fix it up with their skills. Okay, they can be very good writers. They might write a blog or work in a local magazine, could be like a local news reporter. But it's all about having this peaceful, harmonious speech. They can even be like pretty good like financial advisors or bankers, But usually you're going to find people that are very good with their hands, because this is the house of your hands, right? So you can see interior decorators, designers. You could even see like a runway model, right? Or like a hand model, or someone that, but you're going to find that these people also can play like violin, piano, play instruments, anything with their hands. They can definitely be good at not just designing clothes, but actually, working in a warehouse, like sewing the fabric. But you see, Venus is fascinating, especially in the third house. They could marry their high school sweetheart, you know, or, you know, always be in touch with like their old, you know, oh, my old friend, my old love, boyfriend, girlfriend I dated, whatever. And they can even meet a sexual partner or a marriage partner through their siblings, through their cousin, you know, or date or marry a neighbor. You could see that sometimes. You know, it's all varied. And you guys, you got to understand, that's why you hit me up, tailored2coaching@gmail.com. Email me directly. We can figure it out. You can see all my services down below in the description, okay? And we can, you know, get a birth chart done. You know, I've got plenty of services. Also for relationships, we're talking about Venus, Synastry, relationship compatibility charts between you and your partner. Very helpful. But what's cool, though, about this is that Venus, it's in the third house, it wants to kind of create its own lane because it's extremely creative, right? These people, they've got a lot of creative ideas, so they prefer to really have their own business. So this is a great placement for, you know, entrepreneurs, okay? It can be a good chef. You know, it's not just like the second house or Venus in the 10th, but Venus in the third. And they could also be an art or a music teacher, a dance teacher, you know, I mean, and even professor. It doesn't have to be the 9th house, but usually they'll tend to work with younger kids, you know, high school, elementary school, or even like creative writing. They could teach Shakespeare, you know. What if my old Shakespeare teacher in high school had this? So, you know, this is a fascinating placement, but understand it can be a little flirty. It can be a little whimsical and spend money like all over the place. You know what I mean? They could, you know, get the flashy car. And if it's in like Scorpio or Aries or Virgo, you know, they can have like a sudden divorce, you know what I mean? There can be sudden like conflicts with their spouse, stuff like that. Maybe even affairs. It just depends, you know. But usually the rest of the signs, it's going to play out pretty good. But you have to know, this is just Venus in the third house. With astrology, you always have to know, it's so complex, what's aspecting it. So what's, you know, trining it, what's squaring it, opposing it in the 9th, right? Squaring it, you know, or trining it in the 7th and the 11th, okay? So it's important to understand these things, to know these things, what's squaring it in the 6th or the 12th, because it paints the story, you know. Is it next to Saturn? Is it next to Mars? Is it, you know, dealing with Pluto or Uranus, you know? So you got to understand, it's that detailed. And astrology is the map of your life. So gain this knowledge, you know, hit me up. And I always tell people I'm honest. Even if you don't choose me, please still get your birth chart done. And I prefer you choose me because I'm going to do a heck of a job for you. But, you know, my Venus is in the first house. I'm cool. You want to mess with me? Cool. You don't. But I got love for you. And I'm going to do it in a very harmonious, pleasurable way for you. Okay? Just remember, these people can, you know, they can write a romantic comedy, you know, especially if it's like in Gemini or Venus in Taurus, a cookbook, you know. Venus in Sagittarius, they could be a local pastor or teach Sunday school, you know. So you just have different examples that I like to give you. Venus in Capricorn, they could definitely be an entrepreneur in the third house, you know, have their own local business, you know, a car shop, you know, they fix up cars, you know, auto mechanic, but they make them real clean and nice. Or doing detailing, you could see that, because Venus is the hands, you know, and this is also athletic ability. So these people could be really good at like tennis, badminton, swimming, especially if Pisces was here. You know, what else? Maybe even soccer. you know. I don't know if Messi or Ronaldo have this placement, but yeah, Neymar, I can see some cats having that, you know, the footballers. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. You know, I'm not gonna chat off your ear because Venus in the third house can be chatty too. Very flirty. They could, I don't want to say non-committal, but they could definitely date a lot. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be. They don't want to necessarily be super tied down, but they want to have fun and go around town. All right, with a smile on their face and a nice ride, or just having a good time. They have a lot of energy. They could be the ones that you know, I don't know, you know, what people do in like the burbs like that, but growing up in the city, you know, we would go to one club, then go to another club, then after party, you know what I mean? So it was like bouncing around, you know, in New York. So I know in bigger cities, it's easier to get around at different spots. That's Venus in Gemini. All right. So, yeah. I hope this finds you well. And then next we'll be taking Venus home. And I'm gonna throw in some, you know, Black Moon Lilith videos. Hope you enjoy Black Moon Lilith and Aries. And next after that, I'll probably do Black Moon Lilith and Cancer to fit the Venus in the fourth house. How about that? How about that? So stay tuned. All right, and then I'll be putting up a poll to let you know, or to ask you, what do you want to see next? You know, Chiron through the houses. I heard some requests for Pluto, Mercury, Uranus, you know. So as I get through everything, and like always, you know, I'm doing relationship coaching, 11-week program. Getting closer to starting my intro to basic astrology course, probably in September. And also you know, I got going, you know, the business birth charts, all these other different charts, okay? So I say peace, I bid you adieu. Venus in the third house, smile, be flirty, be you. Tailored to Coaching, and check out the website, tailored2coaching.com, and follow me on Instagram, right? Twitter's at Tailored2C, or at Big3 Astrology. It's all me. And yeah, this is fun. God bless. Peace. Venus in the third house. Moving and grooving. Peace.